Do you know what your sin is, Doctor?
I wonder if
It's pride.
Don't push that button! Or do. I don't really care. Go ahead. Waiting. Fine. Damn right I made a separate video for this week's theme. Deal with it. I get the feeling that some of you don't really know what's going on here. Obviously. So I'll give you the DL. You've all been introduced to 6 of the 7 deadly sins so far. Lust, envy, wrath, greed, sloth, and gluttony. And now you get me. Pride. We obviously save the best for last. Now, for those who aren't up with their biblical knowledge, I'll give you some insight. Mark chapter 12 verses 41 through 44. We aren't in the Bible. You heard me right. There is never a formal listing or condemnation of the 7 deadly sins anywhere in biblical text. Yeah, sure, there may be some allusions or references to sins that aren't exactly condoned, but there is never explicit reference to any 7 deadly sins. We aren't even called the 7 deadly sins. Bet you didn't know that. For you smarty pants out there who have done your research, you can ignore this next part. But, for the rest of you, you'll need to know. Pride, out of all 7 deadly sins, is often considered the most deadly. In fact, it's actually supposed to be the root of all other sin. Hell yeah, I win again. Hey, speaking of hell, did you know that each of the 7 deadly sins is actually associated with a demon from hell also? Well, of course, being pride, I get the best of all. None other than Lucifer himself. Y'all can barely keep up with me here. Back to my point, though. I know you all saw the quote at the beginning of the vlog, but I really want to emphasize what is pride. It's more than just a few words on your screen or a feeling you have. I mean, sure, it can be a good thing. You know, being proud of who you are or something you've accomplished is beneficial to you and your self-esteem. Good pride can be anything from school pride to gay pride. There's a fine line that people walk, though. Pride is only good to a point, and to make it good, you must have some of its virtue, humility. Pride, without its virtue, humility, is arrogance, and nobody likes that. I want to know what makes you proud. It can be anything from winning a race to graduating from college. Just remember that pride can go too far. In Dante Alighieri's Inferno, he outlines which sins will earn you what place in his 9 levels of hell. Outside of those 9 levels, we have Purgatory, which is where souls wait to be judged. Down in level 1, we have Limbo. Not that kind of limbo. The kind of limbo where virtuous non-believers hang out, according to Dante. They just kind of float around in gray space for a while. Now, just a reminder, as you go down in levels, the more serious the sins are. So, keeping that in mind, in level 2, we have the lustful. In level 3, we have the gluttonous. In level 4, we have the prodigal and the avaricious. In level 5, we have the wrathful, and level 6 is a special place for the heretics. In level 7, the violent, and in level 8, the fraudulent. Then way down in level 9, we have the treacherous and the proud. Here's a bonus question. For any of you that have read Dante's Inferno or might know otherwise, who are the 3 betrayers that are being chewed in Satan's mouth on the 9th layer of hell? Well, with that, I am done with my video, so thanks for watching. This concludes our tour of hell. Thank you for coming, and please watch your step as you exit.